Greetings everyone, Slizzle466 here, and before we start today's video, I just want to quickly go through the nerfs that are happening on January 25. The first one is Shadowcraft Scabs. Its mana cost is going up from 7 to 8. In Wild, this sees play in some Kingsbane rogue lists, maybe an Arena rogue list, but otherwise it's not really played in Wild, so this nerf doesn't really matter. Wild Power Knoll. I didn't even know this card existed until I started playing Standard, so I have never seen anyone in Wild play this card. In Standard, it's completely insane when combined with Maestra. So we got nerfed from a 5 mana 4/5 to a 6 mana 3/5, but again, for Wild, doesn't see play. Cloak of Shadows, just is a little bit of a hit to Rogue. Decks like Pillager Rogue, Mill Rogue run Cloak of Shadows, so going from 3 to 4 is pretty significant. But again, it's not like they're powerhouse decks to begin with, but it is something of note. Raid the Docks. So Raid the Docks, one of the quest lines has been nerfed, Create a Distraction. So it's been nerfed from play 2 pirates, reward deal 2 damage to a random enemy twice, to play 3 pirates instead. I think this is a slap on the wrist for Pirate Warrior. I don't really think it's going to make a huge difference. There are a lot of other major problems with the deck. Ship's Cannon, Defias Cannoneer, to name a couple. The Gauntlet that comes out from Rikara. But I mean, it's better than nothing, but I don't think it's going to make a big difference. Incantus Flow getting double nerfed. It used to be 2 mana, then it was 3 mana, then it was 4 mana. I think 4 mana is a pretty good spot for it to be. The decks that run it are, for example, Mizaki Mage, Flamewaker Mage, Ignite Mage. Having it at 4 is pretty significant. So personally, as someone who doesn't like those mage decks, I'm happy to see that get nerfed. And I think that will have a big impact on Wild, especially for Ignite Mage. Sorcerer's Apprentice. It finally happened. It's been nerfed from 2 to 4 mana. That's a significant nerf. I think this kills the card. I think it also kills Mage in Wild altogether. The only viable Mage decks are probably Luna's Pocket Galaxy Mage, and even that's not that great. So maybe the mini set's going to give Mage some new tools, but for now, if you're a Mage main, it's a sad place to be in. Rapid Fire. 1 to 2 mana. The twin spell deals, instead of 1 damage, deals 2 damage, but Hallelujah, Odd Questline Hunter has got a pretty significant nerf. Nothing was more annoying when the hunter goes questline on 1, completes it on turn 2. They can no longer do that very easily, so I'm very happy with this. Hopefully it pushes Odd Questline Hunter down a notch, preferably tier 3, but I think it's probably going to be tier 2. As someone who doesn't play the deck but hates playing against it, I'm very happy with this nerf. And last of all, Rikara, the Valorous, which I've never seen anyone play. I opened it in a pack and instantly dusted it, but I got a buff. 5 to 10 armor. Cool. Now, on to the main part of this video, Even Warlock. So, Even Warlock, it's a deck that I used to hit Legend on 2 servers this month. I used a slightly different list when I got Legend on Europe, but this is the list I used on Asia. This is a list by Ghost Dog, and I just really like this list. I probably tried about 4 or 5 different Even Lock lists this month, and this one was my favorite. Just to mention a couple of unusual choices in here. You've got the Grizzled Wizard. This is simply a tech against Odd Questline Hunter. So after the Odd Questline Hunter plays the Tavish, basically playing Grizzled Wizard just helps you buy a turn, which is nice. A Showstopper is an interesting tech. So this is a tech against Freeze Shaman. It's cheaper than running Wailing Soul, I believe it's called, the 4 mana card. Yes, you have to be able to kill it, But you've got, you know, you've got Defile, you've got Drain Soul, you've got ways to kill it. Otherwise, this specific build is made to beat Odd Questline Hunters. So there's double Cult Neophyte, double Nerubian Unraveler. So those are great. I think this deck will be good up until the nerfs, and then it's definitely going to need some adjustments. But the best part of this deck, and something not everyone runs, is my new favorite combo, Recombobulator and Goldshire Null. So basically, Goldshire Null never really costs 10. You play it for 1 mana, 2 mana. You play it, you trade into something, it lives. And then you play Recombobulator, and even though you may have paid 1 or 2 mana to play the Null, on the board, it's considered a 10 mana card. So your Null becomes a 10 drop. There are some absolutely insane 10 drops that you can get, like, for example, Moon of the Colossus, is that the one? There's also the 12/12 Deathwing. There's all sorts of great stuff you can get. You can low roll though. If you're unlucky, you might get the Poisonous Rabbit. If you're really unlucky, you might get a 4/12, the Caligos, which isn't that bad, but you can get some bad hits, but most of the time you will get good hits. Before we queue a couple games, I just want to briefly talk about the mulligan. So for the mulligan, for anything I queue into, I always like to keep Antheron, because 1 mana 8/6 is great. I like to keep Goldshire Null. I usually keep Mountain Giant. However, if I'm queuing into a incredibly aggressive deck that's going to try and kill me really fast, such as say an Odd Questline Hunter, maybe playing a Mountain Giant is not that great because it's just going to sit there and die. But it really depends on how you feel on the matchup. Same thing with Molten Giant. You want to keep it against decks that you know are going to run you down pretty quick. So Pirate Warrior, Odd Questline Hunter, Aggro Priest. But otherwise you wouldn't want to keep it because it's going to take you a while to tap down to it to be actually playable. But again, just one to be a little careful of. As for cards to keep against specific classes, I like to keep Raise Dead against Warlocks. I like to keep Cult Neophyte against spell-based decks, specifically Mages and Hunters. I like to keep Defile against aggressive decks, so I keep it against Warrior, for example. I do keep it against Priest because I assume all Priests are Aggro Priest. I like to keep Dirty Rat against Shamans, but that's pretty much it. I just like to mess up whatever's in their hand. Usually you pull something good off a Dirty Rat, but all the other classes I wouldn't keep it. I would only keep Recombobulator if you have a Goldshire Null in your hand. I would keep Spice Bread Baker against very aggressive decks, so I keep it against Pirate Warrior. I keep it against Odd Questline Hunter. But that's pretty much the mulligan. It's not the most difficult thing to pull off, just takes a bit of practice. So we're going to queue a couple games and see how it goes. Okay, here we go. Now, if at any time in this video you kind of see my face have some incredible amount of pain on it, it's because I got my 3rd COVID dose about 8 hours ago, and my left arm is hurting so much that if I move it just slightly, I cringe. Okay, so up against the Warrior, I keep the Baker.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
And you pretty much always tap turn 1, turn 2 with this deck. The most difficult decision you typically have to make against the Warrior is when do you play your Defile. I don't have that problem right now because I didn't draw Defile yet.
Someone's gotta lead the charge.
So we don't play for board here, you know, we don't tempo a wizard, we tap. Because we want to get a big Dark Alley Pact, we want to get to Molten, we want to get lots of heal, we want to get a cheap Null that I got when I tapped.
Who goes there?
I would love a Defile right now. I should have also mentioned, against Pirate Warrior, also keep Drain Soul. Drain Soul is great to deal with a ship's cannon or a South Sea Captain. So always make sure you tap before you null. Making sure you don't overdraw, of course. And this null is going to smash into the 1-1. Because it's likely going to become a 3-1, which is bad. If they played N'Zoth's first mate. Ah, they're running a bad list. Hatchet is a standard staple, but I don't like it in Wild very much. Okay, Mule is nice. So I'm at 10 cards. I am just going to go for a giant thing. The rationale for that is I'm just going to go face next turn. I don't care. I've got healing. I've got giants. I'm good to go. Please go face. Go face. Oh. One went face. Kimbobulator. Okay. So, I'm at 10. I think I want to go taunt. Taunt tap. Drain Soul is beautiful. Now, I've got some choices. I could double giant. If I double giant and trade there, then they're gonna go bonk bonk 4, 5, 6. I shouldn't die. So double giant it is. Also be careful of positioning because of your Battleground Battlemaster, so you typically want to go biggest to smallest minion. So I'm going to put these giants in the middle. I will trade because that cannon is significant. I shouldn't be dead. And next turn I can go... I think next turn I go... That's adorable. Bread Maker Taunt, maybe? So they're going to have to kill the 9/3. I can top deck lethal. It's a 1 in 9. 1 in 9? Oh, didn't get it. Okay. So, here's the plan. I do trade. That one goes face. Heal up. Play a taunt. Again, notice how I'm going biggest to smallest to get maximum Battleground Battlemaster value. This should seal the deal. I believe we won. Got him. Okay, I kind of want to get a hunter, just so we can see this beat the best 2 decks. Hey, look at that. Look at that.
I hear the call of the wild. Mine is the only way.
Okay, so... everything is garbage. I don't like mulligan everything away. So while this might be really bad... I'd rather have one bad card than maybe 4 bad cards. This is better. Okay, I like 2 of the cards in my hand.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
We need to get the null recombobulator combo going. That's the whole point of this video. Okay. Double null. What is their hand? There's a card. So next turn I'm probably just going to Mountain Giant. And hope they don't run Hunter's Mark. They don't all run Hunter's Mark. Let's go. Don't run Hunter's Mark. That's my face. Where are you, Defile? I need you. Why are you trading? You could get a kill command. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Yeah, silly goose. I am going to heal up.
Fresh out of the oven.
I thought about playing a null coin lady. I like this better. That's my face. Okay, so they're gonna trade here. Another Mountain Giant, my goodness. I don't want to tap. So I'm gonna be lame and do this.
More bones to gnaw.
I do have 6 heal if I need it. They're gonna complete their quest this turn. And maybe I'll top deck. Oh no. I don't think I'm dead. Not dead. Okay, so we go... We do not tap. Never tap. We go Rush, double Drain Soul.
More bones to gnaw.
So that goes there. This goes here. Just don't die. It's that simple. Oh, they're trading. Oh, they're desperate. you gonna do? They're gonna kill the 5/2. But I've got my Battleground Battlemaster. So I'm good to go. There's the Hunter's Mark. That's adorable. Raised Dead. I do not want to take any damage. Therefore, I will play this. What up? Get teched on. Oh, they confused. I mean, they know they can survive a turn. So they have that going for them. Like, they think if they hit that, they might live. But then they're dead. Oh. Oh, okay. Ooh la la.
You'll need to run faster than that.
Did they miss a ping? I think I missed a ping. Okay. Well, I have one. But I really want to get Recombobulator. I guess not.
Strike. Strike hard.
Well, best combo or not, even lock is absolutely insane. These aren't just one-off wins. I consistently beat Pirate Warrior. I consistently beat Odd Questline Hunter with this deck. So if you're going for Legend or trying to get high Legend, highly recommend playing this list. It punishes the top decks. If you want to try it out for yourself, you find the deck code in the description below. If you want to help support this channel, you can click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and until next time, hope to see you again.